Hello there, this is James S. Crawford. It is 1978. One of my favourite TV series of all time is Star Trek Deep Space Nine, and one of my favourite fictional villains of all time is Dukat, at least until the Par-Wraith storyline reduced him to yet another one-dimensional mustache-twirling supervillain. But having always respected Dukat for his apparent humanity, speaking ironically there since he's a Cardassian, watching the Media Zealot video linked Star the Underbar, I now realise that no, regardless of how much he may have sincerely believed that he was doing the right thing out of compassion for others, his motives were always entirely self-serving. Because as a fascist, no different from fascists in real life, from Hitler and Mussolini to Donald Trump, the defining foundation of his motivating desire to be the quote-unquote father of the Bajoran and later the Cardassian people and beyond was that he wanted to be loved unconditionally by his quote-unquote children, particularly the Bajoran women, including Major Kira, whom he desperately longed to fuck. All of his supposed good deeds, all of his apparent agonising over the death and suffering of the Bajoran people during the Cardassian occupation, as Media Zealot put it, it was all because he didn't want the pillow talk with his trafficked Bajoran rape victims to be made uncomfortably awkward. And far beyond the extreme examples of fascist dictators here in the real world as well, as I recently explained in a TikTok video linked Star the Underbar, the very fact that what we know as right-wingers and centrists clutch their pearls and swoon at the scandal of it all when we point out that their motives are entirely hypocritical and self-serving is in itself defining proof of the fact that their motives are entirely hypocritical and self-serving, because they want to be the hero of their own story. They want to be the shining knight who slays the evil dragon and receives the adulation of the people, not merely getting away with oppressing others for their own selfish ends, but actively being applauded for it. From Trump insisting that he's the least racist person you'll ever meet, to she who must not be named and other transphobes screaming from the rooftops that they don't hate trans people, but the reason that bigots and oppressors are so desperate to convince us that actually their bigotry and oppression is a good thing, or not actually bigotry or oppression at all, is that it bruises their fragile egos by costing them the love and respect that they so desperately crave. And when all is said and done, no matter how much they struggle to rebrand themselves as compassionate conservatives, how many token gestures they make, or how many token puppets they add to their ranks to prove that, see, we can't be bigoted because we hypocritically exploit people's superficial understanding of bigotry to serve our own agenda and massage our own egos, literally the only reason that Tories, Republicans and others don't openly and proudly oppress the people who they believe deserve it and literally build extermination camps is that they know it would make them look bad.